Hi everyone, I'm Colleen. I'm out here walking in my neighborhood forest and with Lola. I don't know, she's not in the shot right now, but she'll probably end up in the shot soon. And I was having some thoughts about Pele's message in the video that we just posted, EH10, right near the end where she was talking about shining your light. So I was thinking about how I shine my light and how I raise my vibration so I'm shining my light the way I want to shine it. And I thought I'd come on here because I want to talk to the community about that. I want to know how you shine your light and how you raise your vibration. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how I do it. And, you know, lots of people have been talking in the comments about how this is a community. And somebody yesterday called it a masterclass, which I really liked, not from the perspective that we are like that Cindy and I are it's not about that. Oh, sorry, there's something going on with my phone. Not from the perspective of us offering a masterclass, but from the perspective of who the people are who are watching these videos on our channel. So I think it is a masterclass. I think that I've finally connected with people who have been on the path for a while and who have already done some of the work and some of the research, and I love that. I love finding like-minded community because I haven't had that before except Cindy. I've had Cindy as my partner walking through this for a lot of years, but I haven't had an actual community of lots more other people to talk to. So although I can't actually talk to you, I love the conversations that we sort of have in the comments. So what I want to talk about is raising my vibration and then shining my light and how I do that. Because I think that no matter how long you've been on this path, we're still humans living a life in this version of Earth. And that means that things happen all the time. We go by through day to day and we can't, at least I can't, I can't just keep my vibration perfectly high all the time because there are ups and downs in life and things to deal with and karma to go through and all kinds of things. So I am in a continuous state of relearning what I need to do to raise my vibration. And that's why I'm out here today and why I said in my last video that I'm kind of obsessive about getting out here because my favorite way to raise my vibration is to get out into nature. And that might be yours, but it might not be. And I kind of want to know, how do you do it? So I've mentioned a couple of times, and Cindy has too in our videos, this emotions ladder that Abraham Hicks talks about. And I'm going to link a book in the description box below. I actually quoted the wrong book on one of our past videos. So the book is called Ask and It Is Given, and it's by Abraham Hicks. There is another book, The Astonishing Power of Your Emotions, and they kind of go hand in hand. But Ask and It Is Given has this emotional guidance scale. And the concept is, so I've been using this concept for, I don't really know when that book came out, but whenever it came out, that's when I read it, like decades ago. And I've been using and refining this emotional guidance system ever since. So you just gauge how you're feeling, because your emotional guidance system is what's going on like in here. For me, it's mostly in my solar plexus, but in my heart as well. You just gauge how you're feeling and give it a name. And so, sorry, somebody's coming and I'm feeling self-conscious, but I'm shining my light, right? So I'll just keep recording. So you gauge where you are and give it a name. And then, you know, the idea is to get up to number 1 on the scale, which is joy. But I mean, we can't always get all the way up to joy, like immediately. So the bottom of the scale is, I think, despair or depression, and then it gradually goes up. You can also Google it, and there are a lot of articles written that reference it and actually quote the scale, or I'll put the link so you can buy the book. So you find where you are on that scale, and you just try to come up 1 rung. Maybe you can come up 2, but the idea is you're not going to jump from whatever worry or anger or fear or whatever emotion it is you're feeling all the way up to joy. So you're just trying to get up one rung. And I'm pretty good now at getting myself up to, I think it's about number 6, which is hope. I can't always, they say find happiness no matter what's going on. Well, I can't always find happiness no matter what's going on. But I can manage to get myself somehow to hope. One of the ways I do that is by asking myself, like, what if it doesn't turn out like that? Or what if it doesn't suck? I got to check on Lola. Hang on. Okay, I got to tie it around a tree here. What if it doesn't suck? What if it doesn't, turn out the way that this worst case scenario that I'm imagining, or how they said it was going to turn out? Because how many times in your life has that been the case? I saw a quote, a meme that said 90% of the things that people worry about don't end up happening. And it's so true. Like, maybe something does end up happening, but it's not what you imagined. It's not the way you played it out in your mind. So in Abraham Hicks' other book, The Astonishing Power of Your Emotions, there's the whole last half of the book is these sample scenarios of things going on in people's lives, and just some different thought patterns and statements to make in that, to just inch up the scale and get yourself into a higher vibration. So that's my main way of doing it now, is just trying to monitor what's going on inside of me and then doing something to get it better, because whatever my vibration is going on inside, that is what I am putting out. So the reason I studied all this stuff was actually law of attraction. I was trying to and that's actually the kind of the angle of the Abraham Hicks books, or the purpose of why I bought them, was manifestation, like creating. I've talked about that in the other videos. I'm very interested in manifesting my reality, manifesting material things, situations, that sort of thing. But it turns out, as I've evolved and grown, that there's more advantage to this keeping your vibration high business than just, creating things or creating situations. How I'm feeling, what I'm vibrating, is what I'm putting out into the world. Both what I'm putting out towards whatever creations I'm trying to create, but also it's what I'm putting out to the world. It's what I'm putting out to other people while I'm talking to them, and therefore that's influencing what I'm getting back from them, right? In that exchange that happens when you connect with people. It's what I'm putting out just in general to the world, and what I'm putting out as far as my opportunities for growth, as far as bringing towards me my opportunities for growth and evolution, really, spiritual evolution. So when Pele talked about shining your light, for me, shining my light is mostly done through talking. You may have noticed I could talk. It's what I do for a living. I have 2 jobs, and it's what I do in both jobs. I get paid to talk, and I get paid to connect with people for a different purpose. In my jobs, in these 2 different jobs, I'm connecting for the purpose of what the company is doing. But in that, I'm encountering, thousands, really, hundreds of people like a month. And I know that I'm connecting with them, right? So we talked about how just a smile in the grocery store, right, can be a connection with somebody. I mean, sitting down and having a really in-depth conversation is obviously connecting with someone, but for me, connecting is just almost passing by them. In EH3, I learned the home that I'm from, right? I'm from the home that where all of the love energy in all that is stored, and therefore people who are from my home, from my home in this incarnation, have an incredible amount of light and emit that light just by connecting with people. And I'm like emitting some of that light to you right now and shining it on you. And so I don't have to always be consciously, and none of us do. You don't have to be consciously sending light like we did at the end of the video. Like, that's awesome, but you don't have to be doing that. You can just be connecting with people, just smiling in the grocery store. I'm on a trail here in the city, so there are people walking by, and I'm, you're just smiling and talking to their dog and all that kind of thing. And when I do that, I'm giving them a little hit of my light, and I'm receiving a little hit of their light. And I don't always know the reason why that's a good thing, but it is. It's human interaction, and it's what we're here for. So I want to know, how do you shine your light? What do you do to raise your vibration? Do you remember all the time? If you want to say you do, I'm going to be like, come on, every second of every day. But do you remember all the time to keep your vibration high? It has been a work in progress for me to learn to remember to keep my vibration high. And it's been 30 years of practicing this. So I am getting better. And really good at noticing how I'm feeling, like awesome at noticing how I'm feeling, which helps me to not get caught up in how I'm feeling, right? Do I get caught up? Yeah, like I'll roll into it for a little while, but then when I'm in whatever it is I'm worried about or angry about, or something that's not going the way that I want, in some kind of lower vibration, I roll into it maybe for a little bit. Sorry, I'm looking for Lola. Oh, she's over here watching the critter. Can you see her? There she is. Lola. I roll into it for a little bit, but then I catch myself. Oh yeah, how am I feeling? This isn't a light emitting mood, or at least it is a light emitting mood, and the light that I'm emitting is pretty low, dim light. So how am I bringing good solutions towards me, So then I catch myself, I do my things that I do to get myself up a little more, which is coming out here, sitting on my magic balcony. For some reason, like, my balcony's outside, and obviously outside's where I like to be. So if I can't get out for a walk, I can just sit on my balcony. And I find that eventually when I'm out there, I always end up talking to my guides. And so that brings it up a little bit, and I can work from there. What else do I do? I used to do, meditation and lots of guided meditations. Some from Abraham Hicks, they have some really good ones, and some from Deepak Chopra, and I don't know, other random ones that I've found on YouTube. But I'm just not really a sit-down meditator. You may have noticed I also have a lot of energy. So my meditation is when I'm walking. Like, there's walking meditation, right? I mean, I have consciously done walking meditation where you put one, like it's a heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, to focus on while you're walking. And I'll do that when I really need to get a handle on whatever's going on inside of me. But really, just walking along in nature, talking to the trees and watching Lola be so excited being out here sniffing around. That is meditation for me. And that is the main way that I do it. I also raise my vibration by going to see my daughters and my grandson and making videos with Cindy. Those are definitely very uplifting for me, making those. We always feel great after we do it. And then I do that so that I can shine my light out. And I want to know how you raise your vibration, and how do you shine your light, and also how do you wish you could shine your light, either because the opportunity hasn't presented itself, or because, I don't know, you haven't got the guts, like me for years wanting to make videos and finally having the guts to make some. And what Pele said at the end of what Pele said at the end of the EH10 was, for me, it was exactly what she said. It's, what are people going to think? If I'm not very public about my spiritual beliefs, and what are people going to think, and what are they going to think about the way I am, the faces I make, and the arms waving around and all that, and all the expressions. But it turns out it was fine, right? So what do you wish you could do? That if you could just get yourself to that place on the ladder of maybe hope or whatever, or thinking that maybe it'll be fine, what's the thing that you would do? And what also do you do now? Maybe you're already doing it. Maybe you already walked through that door of fear. So I can't wait to hear from you in the comments. I'll link those couple books below, and the Abraham Hicks site as well, where some of those meditations are. And thanks very much for joining me. And I'm going to go unwind Lola from around the tree now. Bye-bye.